I find it impossible to dislike Mad Max. I love the worlds, the characters, the action. I love moments like this. I love that the entire police department in Mad Max are dressed in black leather because it's cool. I love the music, whether it's this or this. Hell, I love the title. I think that when I heard the words Mad Max as a kid, I was like, hell yeah. And when I heard the words Road Warrior, I was like, obviously I like Mad Max. And I had almost unfair expectations. Still, as biased as I am, I can sincerely say Furiosa is amazing. Over the years, Max has become a vessel for stories of other people. Even Fury Road is kind of Furiosa's show. Max just kinda tags along and fucks shit up. In a refreshing twist, Furiosa has more in common with the first Mad Max. The main character is fleshed out and it is an old school revenge story. Except the revenge story sounds too simple. The word that both the trailer and George Miller use is more accurate. Furiosa is an odyssey. I don't want to spoil it too much, but we get to see a lot of locations, most of them set up by Fury Road. The entire film covers 16 years of Furiosa's life, and it is a dense, rich story. I love the simplicity of Fury Road, where they just steal a truck and then turn around. But it's such a good decision that they just don't take Furiosa and give her a Mad Max story. When it comes to story and lore, this is the richest Mad Max film.
The darkest of angels.
I don't even have to say this, but the action is fantastic. They introduced a new gang with an octopus theme, and those guys get an amazing scene. And my favorite part was this scene, which we very briefly see in the trailer. The entire cast is fantastic. Anya Taylor-Joy knocks it out of the park and talked a bit about how difficult the role was for her, which I can't even imagine. Elijah Brown plays the young Furiosa, and it actually takes a while longer than I expected to see Anya, so I hope that she won't get overshadowed because she was really good. Apparently Tom Burke pulls off a great Aussie accent. This boy who had like 30 seconds of screen time killed it. Aussie Mommy was perfect. And finally, the biggest surprise, Chris Hemsworth is absolutely insane in this.
I think the best experience of my career, and something I'm the most proud of too. I put more work into it than anything I've ever done, and the collaboration I had with George was just beautiful.
People often say that Brad Pitt is a character actor stuck in the body of Brad Pitt. And I think that's how I feel about Chris Hemsworth. He's got a great talent for comedy, which I think he couldn't utilize anywhere, and was kind of misused in Thor, which he also regretted. The entire film is actually much funnier than I expected, and a large portion of it is him. As much of a fucking scumbag Dementus is just as funny. Chris Hemsworth is essentially a freaky theater kid stuck in the body of Chris Hemsworth, which is very sad and tragic. We should all feel bad for him. The final scene between him and Anya is outstanding. This will be a horribly controversial opinion, but I actually don't really love Immortan Joe that much. I think I prefer Hugh Kisbarn playing Toe Cutter in the original Mad Max. And I would say that Chris Hemsworth Dementus might genuinely be my favorite Mad Max villain. There's a title card before the final part that just reads Beyond Revenge, and I was locked the fuck in. Some people are complaining about the way the film looks. It looks a tiny bit more fake than Fury Road, and some effects look more noticeable, but personally nothing really took me out too much. I am also not very sensitive when it comes to noticing CGI, so maybe I'm just stupid. But I saw this film in IMAX, and I think a lot of the shots that get mocked on social media are quite a bit compressed. Anya Taylor-Joy doesn't look very similar to Charlize Theron, but I don't care. The same way I don't care that everyone looks older in Better Call Saul. It's something you get used to quickly, and I prefer ignoring it over them fucking up the actor with prosthetics. The one criticism I agree with after watching it is that the music could have been better, especially since Fury Road sounds like this. This is the same problem that any prequel will ever have, which is that we know how Furiosa is going to end up, so maybe it's not super tense because we know she's going to survive everything. But those are all smaller criticisms, and I still think that Furiosa is a masterpiece. George Miller is a lovely man. It's insane he made a film like this at his age, and it rules that the director of Babe and Happy Feet made all the Mad Max films. All of the interviews for this film with him are great, and he is a friend with Hideo Kojima. What is not to like? He's got a great video talking about his favorite Australian cinema. And to derail this video a little bit, everything Australian I ever watched I absolutely loved. And I really love Australia as a country. I'm a tiny channel, so I don't think any actual Australian will see this. But if you're an Aussie watching this, here's a kiss on your forehead. There were great movies recently which really underperformed, and I would love to see this do really well. Plus, if you didn't go to see 3000 Years of Longing, you will be judged by God for disappointing George Miller. And if you don't believe that this is a good film, just remember, there is a character in this called Piss Boy.